All right, so let us start the class. So we are going to learn what is called transpose, conjugate transpose, and some things more, which are called operations on matrices. So let me give the definition. So you have a transpose of a matrix, transpose of A. Generally, we write it as A to the power T. That's the notation. So I have got A, which is Aij. If it is M cross N, then A transpose is a matrix Bij. The size here is M cross N, so this size becomes N cross M, and Bij becomes Aji. All right, this is what is important. Fine. So this is true for every I and J. So let's take an example to understand it. So A is, if A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then this will imply that A transpose is going to be, so it is a matrix which is size 2 cross 3. So this will become 3 cross 2. So 1, 3, 5 here and 2, 4, 6 here. All right. So this is the 3 cross 2 matrix. So what we are saying is that rows of A become columns of A transpose and vice versa. Is that okay? That is, the columns of A become the rows of A transpose. So that's the idea of transpose of a matrix. Then there is a notion of what is called complex conjugate in complex numbers. So you have what is called conjugate transpose. Then you have conjugate transpose of A. So here my Aij are there. Again, the size M cross N assume, and we're assuming that Aij belongs to complex number. Fine. So even for complex number, we can talk of transpose. We do make sometimes that thing, but generally whenever we talk of complex numbers, it's always better to look at A star. The notation for this is A star. So conjugate transpose of A. So this is supposed to be equal to A transpose, and take the bar of that conjugate of every element. All right. So if I'm writing A star as Bij, then this will imply that Bij will be equal to Aji. This is for the transpose, and taking the bar complex conjugate to get the complex number, conjugate of that. Fine. So in this case, if I have my example matrix A is 1 I 3 plus I 4 2 7 minus I. Suppose I have this, then A star will become 1 4. So the column here become the rows. Then it is I here. So first I write I and 2 here, and then take the complex here, because for real numbers the complex conjugate is the same. So there's no point taking as such. Then you have 3 plus I, you have to take a bar of this, and 7 minus I a bar of this, and therefore you get this number as 1 4 minus I 2 3 minus I and 7 plus I. So this is what you have. Is that okay? So as an exercise, I would like you to prove the following thing exercise, that A transpose, again transpose is same as A, and similarly A star whole star is A itself. This is what I would like you to verify yourself, and then try that now. What is more important here is, I've written here rows of A becomes columns of A transpose, and that implies here that row vectors become column vectors and vice versa. So if you remember, we had said that every vector for us is a column vector. X belongs to Rn is going to look like this. So it is going to look like X is equal to x1, x2, xn. So whenever I write X transpose, it will turn out to be as a row x1, x2, xn. Fine. Similarly, if I take Z belonging to Cn, so Z will look like Z1, Z2, Zn, complex numbers. Each of them Zi are complex numbers for us. And this will imply that Z star will be equal to Z1 bar, Z2 bar, Zn bar. Fine. So this is what you have to understand, that that's the way it goes. Now the next thing is what is called, the next operation is addition of matrices, sum of matrices addition, and a scalar multiplication. So scalar multiplication means multiplying by a 1 cross 1 matrix. All right. So let's understand what is the definition of addition. So take a matrix A, which is Aij. It is of size m cross n. Take another matrix B, which is of size Bij, but the size is the same. That's important. M cross n, M cross n. Size of A should be same as size of B. Then we can talk of A plus B. Then A plus B is nothing but Aij plus Bij. All right. And it is again a matrix with size m cross n. So let's take an example. So for if I have A here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, right? B is minus 1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 7. Then A plus B is going to be 1 plus minus 1, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 7 plus 6, 9 plus 7, which is whatever you can get. Just add it up and get your answer. Fine. So I'd like you to check that these numbers are real numbers and therefore they commute, and therefore I can also write it the other way around, and therefore I'll get that this is same as B plus A. Fine. Important thing, as I said, this is a 2 cross 3 matrix. This is also a 2 cross 3 matrix. And therefore this is also a 2 cross 3 matrix. Fine. The size of the matrix has to be the same when I want to talk of addition of matrices. Fine. Now the next thing is what is called scalar multiplication, as I stated. So let C belong to real number or say complex number, wherever you want to look at. Then C is a scalar, and C times A will become C times Aij. So A was M cross N matrix, so it will again remain M cross N matrix here. And every entry of A is multiplied by C. That is, every entry is being scaled by C. All right, so there is a scaling that is going on. We are increasing the size or reducing the size. When C becomes negative, the direction will change and things like that. It becomes negative number and so on. Fine. So if A is 1, 2, 4, 2 minus 1, 3, or say minus 3, then minus 1 times A will become minus 1 into 1, minus 1 into 2, minus 1 into 4, minus 1 into 2, minus 1 into minus 1, minus 1 into minus 3, which is same as minus 1, minus 2, minus 4, minus 2, 1, 3. All right, fine. Similarly, if I want to look at 2 times A, it will become 2, 4, 8, 4 minus 2 minus 6. All right, so you can do it yourself. Is that okay? So just do it. So what I would like you to understand that keep trying this and understand it. It's not difficult. Now, the next idea that we have is that we have given you two operations. Transpose is given. The property of transpose was that A transpose A is A. Conjugate transpose A star is A, and things like that. So I would like to relate this with addition as well as scalar multiplication. All right. So let's write the theorem, the statement here, theorem. So I've got a matrix A, B, and C. All of them are, say, M cross N matrices, M cross N matrices. And I would like to link them over R itself, that every entry is over R, or say every entry over complex numbers, whatever we have. And then I would like you to look at that A plus B is same as B plus A. Commutativity holds. Holds. 2. There is associativity also which holds. A plus B plus C is same as A plus B plus C. Associativity holds. Fine. 3. I have a zero matrix. So this is zero. This is of size M cross N. So I can take the matrix of size M cross N, so that it will remain as it is. It is not going to change. So this we talk as existence of zero matrix. 4th, for every A, I can find what is called minus A, so that A plus minus A is the zero matrix of size them. So for example, if A is 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 4, 7, then minus A, I can take it as minus 1, minus 2, minus 7, 1, 3, 4. So you can check that A plus minus A is 0 of size 2 cross 3, which is also equal to minus A plus A. You can verify it yourself. Is that okay? So these are the properties of addition. If I want to look at in terms of transpose and so on, then A plus B transpose is A transpose plus B transpose. We also have A plus B whole star is A star plus B star. I would like you to verify it yourself. Fine. Sixth, related with my scalar multiplication. So the above was related with addition. Now we are looking at scalar multiplication. Then K times C of A will be same as Kc times A. That's one thing that we have. So I think I should write here sixth property. Seventh property will be 1 times A is A itself. Fine. Eighth property will be K times A plus B is K times A plus K times B. So you're looking at A here. Ninth, K plus C times A will be K times A plus C times A. Fine. So these are the properties that I would like you to understand that they hold. Just verify them out yourself by examples. You don't have to look at the proof, but it will be nice if you can do it yourself. Is that okay? So here I looked at transpose and this. Similarly for product also you can look at here that K times A whole star will be equal to K star A star, and similarly for the transpose. Is that okay? So this is about complex conjugate. Similarly for the transpose also you can get your results. So let's just try to prove it yourself. Fine. Now the idea of these conjugate, transpose and so on is to relate what are called symmetric and skew symmetric matrices and Hermitian and skew Hermitian matrices. So let me give the definition of that definition. So take A, which is equal to Aij, and this matrix is going to be a square matrix, M cross N. That's very important, a square matrix. A square matrix. Then whenever we have Aij belonging to R, we talk in terms of what is called symmetric matrices and what are called skew symmetric matrices. They play a very important role in the theory that we'll come to know towards the end of the class. For the time being, we should know what they are. So symmetric matrices means I need that A transpose should be A, and skew symmetric means A transpose should be minus A. I would like you to prove that as an exercise, all the diagonal entries of a skew symmetric matrix are 0. So I'm taking here a square matrix and Aij belongs to R. That's important. I'm not talking that complex. Fine. So symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. So I'm saying that if A is Aij, fine. So suppose A is 3 cross 3, or say 2 cross 2, A11, A12, A21, A22, if it is 2 cross 2, then A transpose will become A11, A12, A21, A22. Now we are saying that A transpose is same as minus A skew symmetric. The skew symmetry I'm looking at will imply that A11, A21, A12, A22 should be equal to minus of A11, A12, A21, A22. And from here you conclude that A11 is 0 is equal to A22. Just do it yourself. All right, fine. So that is about symmetric matrices and skew symmetric matrices. Then we have the notion of, so what are called Hermitian matrices and skew Hermitian. So I have A is again Aij. It is an M cross M matrix, a square matrix again. Fine. Now here I assume that Aij belongs to complex numbers, so that taking complex conjugate makes sense. So I look at A star. If A star is A, if A star is A, then we say that A is Hermitian. All right. If A star is minus A, then we say that A is skew Hermitian. I would like you to generalize this exercise to exercise. Generalize the above exercise about diagonal entries of a skew Hermitian matrix. Fine. So that's a exercise. Try that out yourself and see what you can say. All right. Now, so exercise, another exercise that I would like you to give here is that exercise. This is 1, 2. That given any matrix A, any square matrix A can be written as S plus T. All right, where S is a Hermitian matrix and T is a skew Hermitian matrix. So at this stage, we do not understand much about why do we need these things. They will turn out useful when we are looking at eigenvalues, eigenvectors, and things like that. Sometimes they're useful, otherwise vector spaces and so on, they make some nice what are called complement sets and so on. We'll not get into this for the time being, but they will be used afterwards. All right, so that's all in this lecture. Thank you.